Week 18 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Bears on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Soldier Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete here.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think for the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st. Here on the offensive line, apparently he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get through 10, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The field's going to take this himself. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Chicago. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Johnson's got it complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fields. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
A big play that time on the catch and run. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And he takes it.
Those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Moss. Broken tackle. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
You better be ready next time.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Down to the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're going to look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he fends him off. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And at the half, they trail the visiting Jets in that ball game. Elijah Moore, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bobby Brown on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Moss. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 85 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking it about the 36. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Play action. It's Fields. Now he's forced out right, letting one go deep for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine this. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed and in a tight game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Start out with Moss. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 30, 20, 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DK Metcalf, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set to go now. Two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second and 4. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Right back to Moss. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. On 1st down, Moss. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps. get up tight on everyone and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd a lot of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Seahawks,
they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a somewhat disappointing season as they'll wind up at 6-11.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Chicago,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.